As we grow older, one of the greatest gifts we can receive is someone who genuinely listens, not just to our words, but to our feelings. The loyal listener is that rare friend who gives you their full attention, makes you feel seen, and allows you to express yourself without fear of criticism or interruption. In a world where so many people are quick to give advice or change the subject, this kind of friend stands out as a true treasure. For seniors, having someone who listens deeply becomes even more important. Life after 60 often brings transitions, retirement, health changes, or the loss of loved ones, that can make a person feel unheard or invisible. A loyal listener reminds you that your thoughts, experiences, and emotions still matter. They don't rush you, they don't judge your past, and they never make you feel like a burden. Instead, they hold space for your stories, your memories, and even your silences. This friend is also a mirror of empathy. They listen not to reply, but to understand. Whether you're sharing the joy of a grandchild's success or the ache of missing someone you've lost, their quiet presence brings comfort and calm. Studies even show that emotional connection and open conversation can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve overall well-being in older adults. That's the healing power of being truly heard. In return, this kind of friendship teaches both people the beauty of patience, kindness, and emotional honesty. You may find that you also become a better listener, creating a circle of mutual respect and understanding. The loyal listener doesn't just fill time, they fill your heart. They remind you that no matter how old you get, your voice still deserves to be heard, your feelings still matter, and your presence still enriches the world. In the golden years of life, possessions fade, routines slow down, and even health can waver, but the comfort of a loyal listener remains a lasting source of peace. They don't just hear your words, they hear you. And that makes all the difference in aging, not just gracefully, but joyfully. As the years go by, maintaining health becomes less about competition and more about companionship. This is where the health motivator friend plays a vital role. They are the ones who remind you that movement, laughter, and self-care are not just for the young, they are for the living. Their presence encourages you to get up, stretch, walk, and breathe in life's energy, even on the days when motivation feels distant. The health motivator isn't a drill sergeant, they're a gentle force of positivity. They might invite you to join them for a morning walk, a light yoga session, or even a swim at the local community center. They celebrate small victories, a few extra steps, a better night's sleep, or choosing a salad over sweets, and make you feel proud of your progress, no matter how modest it may seem. What makes this friend truly special is that they focus on well-being, not perfection. They don't pressure or compare. Instead, they inspire through their actions. Maybe they share a new healthy recipe, encourage you to get regular checkups, or remind you to stay hydrated. Their care comes from a place of love, a desire to see you live longer, feel stronger, and remain independent. Research has shown that seniors who have active, health-conscious friends are far more likely to maintain mobility, emotional balance, and cognitive health. This type of friendship even reduces the risk of depression and loneliness because it combines physical activity with social connection, two of the most powerful ingredients for longevity. The health motivator also helps you rediscover the joy in movement. Whether it's dancing to your favorite old songs, gardening in the sunshine, or taking evening strolls, they turn exercise into an enjoyable ritual rather than a chore. Every shared laugh, every encouraging word, becomes a step toward better health, both physical and emotional. In essence, the health motivator is not just a friend, they're a life enhancer. They remind you that caring for your body is another way of caring for your future. With their inspiration, you learn that age doesn't limit your vitality, it simply asks you to nurture it with purpose, passion, and friendship. Laughter truly is medicine, and as we age, its power becomes even more profound. The joy bringer is that radiant friend who fills your life with smiles, positivity, and lighthearted energy. They have a unique ability to turn ordinary days into moments of joy and to remind you that growing older doesn't mean growing dull. Whether it's sharing funny stories from the past, joking about everyday mishaps, or simply seeing the bright side of life, this friend brings sunshine wherever they go. As people get older, daily routines can become repetitive, and solitude can sometimes slip into loneliness. That's why having someone who can make you laugh, truly laugh, is priceless. The joy bringer breaks through that stillness with humor and warmth, lifting your spirits even when the world feels heavy. Their laughter is contagious, their optimism refreshing, and their company healing. They remind you that happiness doesn't come from things, it comes from shared moments that make your heart feel young again. Science backs this up too. Laughter releases endorphins, reduces stress hormones, and even strengthens the immune system. Seniors who laugh more often have lower risks of heart problems, better sleep, and a more positive outlook on life. But the real beauty of this friendship lies beyond biology, its emotional renewal. The joy bringer helps you reconnect with your playful side, the one that sometimes gets buried under life's worries. They might invite you to join a fun group activity, share lighthearted movies, or just sit over tea reminiscing about old adventures. Even in serious times, their presence gently reminds you that it's okay to find humor in life's imperfections. They help you see that laughter is not a denial of hardship, but a declaration that you are still alive, still capable of finding beauty and fun in every breath. In your later years, joy becomes more than just a feeling, it's a lifeline. The joy bringer is that friend who keeps your heart light, your spirit youthful, and your days meaningful. Their laughter echoes through your memories long after they leave, proving that true friendship doesn't just add years to your life. It adds life to your years. As the years pass, life becomes a blend of cherished memories, lessons learned, and new challenges. In these moments, the wise confidant becomes an anchor, the friend who offers honest guidance, gentle truth, and comforting wisdom. They are not just someone who listens, they are someone who understands. Their words don't come from impulse but from experience, empathy, and genuine care. This kind of friend is invaluable because they help you see life clearly when emotions cloud your judgment. Whether you're struggling with health concerns, family issues, or personal doubts, the wise confidant helps you find balance. They don't tell you what to do, they help you see what you already know deep inside. Their advice feels less like instruction and more like illumination. With every conversation, they remind you that your story still matters and that every stage of life holds its own wisdom. The bond with a wise confidant is built on trust and mutual respect. You can share your fears without feeling weak and your regrets without being judged. They listen with patience, but when they speak, their words carry weight, often the kind that brings peace or a smile of realization. Their honesty may be direct, but it's always wrapped in kindness. They guide without controlling, correct without criticizing, and encourage without pressuring. For seniors, this kind of relationship can be deeply grounding. Life after 60 can bring uncertainty about health, family roles, or purpose, and having someone who offers perspective can ease that emotional load. Studies even show that seniors who have emotionally intelligent friendships experience lower stress and stronger mental health. The wise confidant helps keep your mind sharp and your heart open, blending logic with compassion. But what makes this friend truly special is that they value truth over comfort, because they care about your growth, not just your feelings. Their wisdom helps you make peace with the past, find clarity in the present, and face the future with confidence. In your later years, when noise and opinions are everywhere, the wise confidant's calm voice becomes a sanctuary. They are the reminder that sometimes, All you need is one honest conversation to feel whole again, and one true friend who speaks from the heart to guide you gently forward. As we age, memories become more than just moments. They become treasures that define who we are. The memory keeper is that special friend who has walked beside you through the chapters of your life and still remembers every detail that makes your story unique. They are the ones who were there for the laughter of youth, the struggles of middle age, and the reflections of later years. When you talk with them, it feels like time disappears, because they don't just know your past, they lived it with you. This friend holds pieces of your history that even you may have forgotten. Maybe they remind you of the road trips, the long talks, the dreams you once chased together. They remember the moments that shaped you, not as distant facts, but as living emotions. With them, nostalgia becomes healing rather than painful, because you can laugh together about the good times and find comfort in remembering the hard ones. Their presence assures you that your life has been full, meaningful, and remembered. In older age, many people struggle with loneliness or feel invisible in a world moving too fast. The memory keeper brings a sense of continuity, a reminder that your journey still matters. They validate your experiences and remind you that your identity is built on decades of love, effort, and resilience. Even scientific studies show that reminiscing with old friends boosts emotional health, improves memory function, and strengthens the sense of belonging, all crucial for mental well-being in later life. The beauty of this friendship lies in shared history. You don't need to explain yourself, they already understand. One glance, one story, or even a shared silence carries years of connection. And as both of you age, your friendship becomes a living archive, two souls preserving not just memories, but meaning. The memory keeper is proof that time may change everything, but it can never erase true bonds. They are the mirror reflecting your past and the bridge that connects it to your present. In their company, you feel young again. Not because the years disappear, but because the best parts of your life are still alive through the friendship you both cherish. As we grow older, our focus often shifts from achievements and possessions to understanding life's deeper purpose. The spiritual companion is that special friend who walks beside you on this inward journey, helping you find calm, strength, and meaning in every season of life. They are not necessarily tied to religion. Their gift is connection, to faith, to gratitude, and to the soul's quiet wisdom. With them, conversations go beyond daily routines and reach into what truly matters: love, forgiveness, purpose, and peace. This kind of friend reminds you that aging is not the end, but a transformation, a time to reflect, let go of regrets, and nurture inner peace. When life feels uncertain, their words and presence steady your heart. They may share uplifting scriptures, meaningful quotes, or simply sit with you in silence, reminding you that serenity isn't found in noise or activity, but in acceptance. The spiritual companion doesn't try to fix your struggles, they help you see them differently, with grace instead of fear. For seniors, this bond can be deeply healing. Many experience losses of loved ones, health, or independence that can stir questions about life's purpose. The spiritual companion becomes a gentle light during those moments, reminding you that your existence still has value and beauty. Together, you may pray, meditate, or simply reflect on blessings. Their friendship offers a sacred kind of comfort, not just for the mind, but for the soul. Science also supports the power of spiritual connection. Studies show that older adults who maintain spiritual friendships experience lower stress, stronger emotional resilience, and even improved longevity. That's because spiritual reflection fosters gratitude, and gratitude leads to happiness, even in the face of life's changes. What makes this friend truly special is that they don't preach, they live their peace. Their calmness becomes contagious, and their faith, whatever form it takes, reminds you that life is still unfolding with purpose. In the later chapters of life, the spiritual companion becomes a reminder that we are never walking alone. Through shared prayer, wisdom, or simple quiet moments, they help you touch something eternal, the peace that comes from within and the joy that comes from knowing your life still has deep, lasting meaning. In the later years of life, independence becomes precious, but so does having someone close by who genuinely cares. The supportive neighbor is that dependable friend who lives nearby and becomes an everyday blessing. They might not share your entire life story, but they share your present, and that can make all the difference. Whether it's checking in with a warm smile, helping with groceries, or just chatting over the fence, this friend adds comfort, safety, and belonging to your days. A supportive neighbor is more than just someone who lives next door. They are part of your extended family. They notice when your lights haven't been on, when your mailbox is full, or when you simply need company. Their kindness fills the quiet spaces of aging, turning an empty street into a community of care. For many seniors, knowing that someone nearby will look out for them brings peace of mind and reduces feelings of isolation. These friendships often grow naturally from small gestures, sharing a meal, offering a ride to the doctor, or watering plants while you're away. But beneath these acts lies something far greater: trust. This kind of friendship doesn't depend on how long you've known each other, but on how much you care. You may not talk every day, yet you know they're there when it matters. That simple assurance can ease anxiety, strengthen resilience, and even improve emotional well-being. Research confirms that social connection within a neighborhood significantly enhances senior health and longevity. It encourages mobility, reduces the risk of depression, and promotes a stronger sense of security. A supportive neighbor turns ordinary living into shared living, where small acts of kindness ripple into lasting impact. The beauty of this bond is in its simplicity. You might exchange home-cooked dishes, share local news, or sit together watching the sunset. In those moments, companionship replaces loneliness, and community replaces isolation. The supportive neighbor reminds us that friendship doesn't always come from grand gestures. Sometimes, it's found just across the street. They prove that in life's later years, having someone near can be just as important as having someone dear. Their presence ensures that even in quiet moments, you're never truly alone, because care, compassion, and connection live right next door. Many people believe that friendship belongs to youth, that as we age, our circle closes and opportunities to connect fade away. But the truth is, it's never too late to meet someone who brings new light, laughter, and meaning into your life. The new connection is that unexpected friend who enters your world later in life and reminds you that your heart still has room to grow. Whether they come through a hobby group, a volunteer program, a senior center, or even online, these fresh bonds prove that friendship has no expiration date. In your 60s, 70s, or beyond, new friendships can bring a sense of renewal. They reawaken curiosity, introduce you to new perspectives, and inspire you to keep exploring life. Sometimes, a new connection becomes the spark that helps you rediscover joy after loss or transition. Other times, it's simply someone who listens, laughs, and shares your journey from this moment forward. What matters is that they bring fresh energy and remind you that you still have so much to give and receive. Starting new friendships later in life takes courage. It means stepping out of your comfort zone, joining activities, or saying hello when you might once have stayed quiet. But that small act of openness can lead to something beautiful. Studies show that seniors who form new friendships experience better mental health, less loneliness, and a stronger sense of purpose. These bonds stimulate conversation, laughter, and emotional growth, all key ingredients for a longer, happier life. The new connection also teaches an important truth. While old friends hold your past, new friends help shape your present. They may not share your history, but they bring excitement for the future. You get to learn about their experiences, share your wisdom, and build something meaningful from scratch. Every shared story, every cup of tea, becomes a reminder that connection is timeless. In the golden years, new friendships aren't replacements, they're additions to your heart's collection. The new connection shows that life continues to surprise us with kindness, warmth, and understanding. Because friendship isn't about age, it's about spirit. And as long as you're willing to reach out, the world will always have someone waiting to reach back.